Lux your way with the Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. There's the classic $5 box, the indulgent $7 box, and a whole new obsession in the $9 box, the Flamin' Hot Grilled Cheese Burrito. Try the Lux Cravings boxes at Taco Bell today.
How's your day going?
Going good, thank you, yes.
Check out the all-new Blue and Orange store at the Boise State Hall of Fame. The Blue and Orange store has your best game day gear. We're talking jerseys, hats, bumper stickers, car flags, more than 4,000 hats on the hat wall. If you want the best Boise State gear, make sure you check out the Blue and Orange store online at theblueandorangestore.com or the all-new Blue and Orange store down at the Boise State Allen Noble Hall of Fame.
As sports fans, we may cheer for different teams, but there's one thing that we can all agree on. We want the game to be big. And with 3 levels, 30 cabanas, a 143-foot screen, 6 clean pools, and endless cold drinks, it doesn't get any bigger or any better than Stadium Swim in Las Vegas. All sports, all seasons. It's more than a pool deck. Stadium Swim. It's the only thing like it in the world.
Really, guys?
What? Jackson's always has their game ready.
Let's go!
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB, Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Find your sun with Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Cold, refreshing, and made for moments like these all year long. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
When I want Boise State to win, I trust Coach Rice to lead the Broncos to victory.
And when I want the best painting and garage floor coating, I trust rowpaint.com to get that job done right.
It's time for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News. We're breaking down the game with highlights, interviews, analysis, and most importantly, you. Give your thoughts on the game in the ICCU YouTube chat. Or leave us a message on the Signature Roofing voice box at speakpipe.com/BNN. The BNN Postgame Show is presented by Jacksons, where you can get a 99-cent 16-ounce coffee or refill with Let's Go Rewards. Need snacks or a cold drink? Visit one of the 300 Jacksons locations today. BNN broadcasts come from the Sun Cruiser Studios. Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea, made with real iced tea and real vodka. It's refreshingly smooth and easy to drink. Crack open a Sun Cruiser and let the good times cruise. Bronco Nation News is presented by our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise, and our major sponsors, Taco Bell, Idaho Central Credit Union, RoadPaint.com, and the Blue and Orange Store. At Lithia Ford of Boise, we're proud to stand with Boise State Athletics. Through our NIL marketing partnerships, we're investing in the future of student athletes. Lithia Ford of Boise, here to get you there, wherever that may be. Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho. Now, let's go courtside to the Sun Cruiser Studios and join BJ Rains for the Jacksons Postgame Show on Bronco Nation News.
Well, one final chance for Boise State. Andrew Meadow ends up with the ball in his hands for a three-pointer. It does not go, and Boise State, in triple overtime, heartbreaking fashion, falls 110-107. here at Viejas Arena. What a game. Down 24 in the first half was Boise State. They're down 21 at halftime. They storm back, get the game to overtime, but are unable to find a way. And in triple overtime, 110-107, San Diego State picks up a big-time win. And Boise State, unfortunately, though it looked like it was close there a couple of times, unable to finish it off, and the Broncos fall in heartbreaking fashion, 110-107 in triple overtime. How we doing? My name's BJ Rains. Hope you can hear us okay. We're going to have Leon Rice, some players, join us live here post-game. What a game we just saw. Unbelievable. Down 24. A lot of you turned off the TV. The Boise State makes a huge comeback in the second half. Unable to find a way to finish it off, though. And what a game. Maybe one of the greatest basketball games. It probably is one of the greatest basketball games I've ever been in person to cover. Certainly with the way that game went back and forth and the different overtimes, and Boise State leading by 6. I mean, so many different angles to take here in this game. Drew Fielder tying the game with 10.2 seconds left in regulation, and then Dylan Andrews coming down, almost having a chance at the buzzer beater right before regulation. That rims out. Then you go to overtime, and there's a couple chances there. Boise State leads by 6 in overtime with 18.5 seconds to go. The Broncos give up a 3 with 10.8 seconds left. The inbounds pass is stolen from R.J. Keene, and then there's no foul, and they come down and hit a three-pointer with 0.4 seconds left. B.J. Davis to tie the game. No foul for Boise State on that one. It goes to double overtime, where it looked like Andrew Meadow clearly was fouled. I know the refs don't want to decide the game, don't want to call a foul in that spot, but it sure looked like Andrew Meadow got fouled there when he got the rebound the turnover there with about 3 seconds to go. There's no foul there. The game goes into triple overtime, and there in triple overtime, Boise State unable to get it done. The Broncos led by 5, 103-98 on the Drew Fielder dunk with 4:04 remaining, but San Diego State storms back, and they take the lead, and then Boise State unable. It was a tie game with 1 minute and 6 seconds left, and you had 1 for 2 free throws with 39 seconds left, and then they added 2 more free throws. San Diego State with 12.3 seconds left, and then we just showed the final shot there from Andrew Meadow, off-balance shot. You're not going to get a foul call on the one in triple overtime there. I certainly thought the second overtime was a different story there, but just a phenomenal game, an unbelievable game, and Boise State heads to the airport here for a charter back to Boise, just lamenting what could have been. Up 6, just an incredible game from start to finish, and a couple key spots there that Boise State just elected not to foul, and you see how it comes back to really hurt them a little bit at that point in the game. So we are going to have a player, a coach join us live here, hopefully. We have a couple more clips that we can show as well, because this game was just crazy. I mean, I have like 15 clips on here, and I don't know which clip is from which part in the game, because there was so many different plays and back and forth. And we'll get to your comments. I'm sorry, Tom Moser, it's going to be a late night for you because he's going to go live after we're done, and I don't know what else to tell you. It's going to be a late night here. So let's see what else we got here in terms of folks wanting to I'm sure there's plenty of Leon Rice hate on here. I'm sure there's we'll get to all the comments and things here momentarily. Let's see what else. We don't need to see any clips. Everything was there. Again, there were a couple here. Let's go back to 10:26. There was a couple. 10:22. There was one as well. I don't know which one that was. It came in 10:26, I guess. Here, let's see which one this is. 82. This might have been the end of regulation. Let's go here. Boise State's down. I believe this is the end of regulation. No, this wouldn't have been regulation. This was a different spot in the game here. I'm sorry. Oh, that was a turnover. That was a turnover, which looked like it was going to do it. Boise State, I believe, was down 1 at that point. This was the play that they ended up fouling, and then he missed the free throws right after that. That was the throw here from Drew Fielder, not necessarily the best throw there. That was a terrible pass there. We're waiting for a player, coach. I'm not sure who we're going to have first here. We got plenty other clips that we can try to find as well. I mean, I know you guys just watched the game, but there were some positives for Boise State during this comeback that I think need to be shown here. Let's go right here. Let's see which one this is. This is the free throw. 18 seconds to go. So this was in regulation, I guess it was. Regulation. Boise State's down. Drew Fielder ties it with 10 seconds to go. You're thinking, okay, tie game, 10 seconds. San Diego State comes down here, and they don't even get a shot off. There's a steal, or there's a miss. That's right. The rebound comes. And look at that shot right there. From the free throw line, a 15-foot jumper with a chance. And unfortunately, the shot rims off, and Boise State unable to find a way to go to win it in regulation. It goes overtime, but again, here's one more chance. This shot here from Dylan Andrews. He had plenty of time. The pull-up jumper right there from the baseline, or from the elbow, at free throw line, and that would have won it for Boise State in regulation. The shot falls, and we go to overtime at that point. So man, we're going to get Coach Rice here in a minute. He's sitting down for radio. I think we're going to get a player hopefully as well. And I mean, that's one you really wanted to have, but so much heart and fight from your team that, we'll see what kind of mood that Coach Rice is in here post-game, hoping to get a player on as well. But the final score was 110-107 in triple overtime. Boise State does fall to San Diego State in triple overtime. So we're going to wait for a player to come over here. I'm going to go ahead and thank a couple of our sponsors. Our title sponsor is Lithia Ford of Boise. LithiaFordBoise.com. They got to make room for some of those 2026s that are coming. 2025s are needing to get off the lot. So they got some great deals going on right now. 0% APR for 60 months plus 0 down if you're looking for a new vehicle from Lithia Ford of Boise. And again, we appreciate our title sponsor, Lithia Ford of Boise. Our studio sponsor is a Sun Cruiser. Perfect time to get out and get a Sun Cruiser the rest of this evening. Try to drink that one away. Real iced tea, real vodka. And again, we appreciate Sun Cruiser, their support. I love Sun Cruisers, and they're great drinks. And no carbonation, low calorie, low carbs, great beverage. Sun Cruiser. ICCU, we appreciate them as well. Peanut Carmichael's with them. They've got Natalie Pascal on the women's team with some NIL deals as well. Appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union. ICCU.com. There's a branch pretty much on every corner, but the easiest, that mobile e-branch online banking right there in your smartphone. Appreciate Idaho Central Credit Union, ICCU.com. The Broncos did get 75 points today, so on Monday you can get that 75-cent fountain drink. 75-cent fountain drink from our friends at Jacksons, and that will be on Monday. 75-cent fountain drink from Jackson since they got 75 points. All right, we got Taco Bell as well. We appreciate Taco Bell. TacoBellWorks.com. SON Management Group, the Nicolason family, appreciate them for their support of Bronco Nation News, whether it's those crispy chicken strips, whether it's a fourth meal. It's a perfect time to get out and get some Taco Bell at anywhere in the Treasure Valley. You can get Taco Bell, and we appreciate Taco Bell for their support of Bronco Nation News. Getting the setup here for when Coach Rice joins us momentarily. We appreciate, again, Boise State and everybody there for helping us out with some of these interviews here post-game. And, again, we appreciate our friends over at Taco Bell. 110-107 was the final score here. We're getting things set up for Coach Rice to join us, trying to see if these are my notes and my final stats here. Wow, where to begin? 29 points for Javen Buchanan. You had 16 for Dylan Andrews. He was 8 for 8 from the foul line. You had 25 points for Andrew Meadow as well. He's coming out here. Not sure if he is going to join me or if we're going to get Coach Rice first. Let's see who else we got here. 13 for Nato. I thought he played pretty well. 16 for Drew Fielder as well. And, man, just so many different places to go here in this post game. Would have been just a incredible win. It was one of the greatest games I've ever seen, and you can certainly point to a couple coaching decisions. The non-foul up 3 certainly was one. We're going to ask him about the play with R.J. Keene, because I don't think that was probably the number one option there. Looked like when he was talking to Keene in the post game, or right after that play happened, that maybe wasn't the perfect throw there. They've done that before, and San Diego State had 2 guys back, and they were able to come across and cut that ball off. So, Coach Rice is usually in a pretty decent mood. I guess you could say he plays ball. He knows we have a job to do, and he is nice enough to come on usually and talk to us. But I don't know what kind of mood he'll be in after a game like that, because he certainly is a little disappointed after that one. So I'm gonna play a quick 30-second commercial. We'll be back, hopefully with Coach Rice here momentarily, but Appreciate you guys for sticking with us. 107-110. Broncos fall in triple overtime. We'll be right back on Bronco Nation News with Leon Rice.
It's the all-wheel drive event at Lithia Ford of Boise. From hunting trips to ski trips to trips to Grandma's house. Nobody does AWD like LFB, Lithia Ford of Boise, where Ford begins in Idaho.
Eat luxury.
All right, we're back live here. Coach Rice is going to be coming over momentarily. Again, where to begin here? 110 to 107. The final rebound numbers were 45-37. Boise State ends up hitting 14 threes. I think in the first half they only had not very many. I think they were not very good shooting in the first half. Let's go to the visitor stats, see where we can get the first half box. Boise State only was 4 of 19 in the first half. They came out firing in the second half, down 21 points at the half, down 24 points at one point in the second half, battle all the way back. And again, Tom Moser, another night in the Mountain West, will break down an entire day of crazy Mountain West basketball here when we're done from Viejas Arena. Appreciate all you guys for checking us out here on Bronco Nation News. Go subscribe, by the way, BroncoNationNews.com. We'd love to have you. 50% off, just $5 a month is going to be what it costs you right now if you want to subscribe at BroncoNationNews.com. Other than Bob and Abe over there on the radio, the only local media outlet that made the trip from Boise here to talk to Coach Rice. So I would love to have you help us out, support us with a subscription, and that would be great here. But for San Diego State, you had 22 points from B.J. Davis, 20 for Harrington. I think Coach Rice is about to, or who's okay. Okay, yeah, Coach is going to be coming over. Man, you had how many? I'm looking at the minutes here. Unbelievable amount of minutes for some of these guys in this one. 51 minutes for Andrew Meadow. You had 47 minutes for Dylan Andrews, and Coach Rice is going to come right back. He's got to say something to somebody here. 110 to 107, and I'm looking at the minutes here. 51 minutes for Andrew Meadow. You had 47 minutes for Dylan Andrews. 37 for Drew Fielder. Man, 41 for Buchanan, I think I said, but 29 points for Javen Buchanan. He's going to join us here in a minute. But, man, what a game. Triple overtime. We'll see what Coach Rice is willing to say about the officiating. Probably not much, I would suspect. But in the end, you lose the game. You kind of expect to lose the game. But the way it happened certainly probably wasn't what they had in mind. I'll switch it over to this side, and we'll get Coach Rice on this side here maybe. So he's got to spin around a little bit when he sits down here. And looks like he's coming back up here now, and we'll see what kind of mood Coach Rice is in for joining us here on the postgame show. 110 to 107, the final in triple overtime. Last thing Coach Rice wants to do is have to talk to me, but Coach, one of maybe the best game I've ever covered in 13 years here. I know the result withstanding, but what can you say about your team's effort battling back just from 24
the
down?
Character and the toughness that we have, and the resolve to do that. There was no quit in these guys, and they had to overcome a lot. I mean, there was a lot of things out there happening that I don't know. I got to mark my words carefully.
I'm not going to try to bait you into anything, but I know there's probably a lot you wish you could say tonight.
Well, my question is, when a guy falls down at the top of the key, it's never the baseline official's call. And you got to explain that to me, like how the baseline official comes running out instead of Michael Irving, who's an NCAA high-level official, and he has got a good look at it, and the baseline guy comes running out and calls it. Well, and those are things you just got to look at. I'm not criticizing. I'm not, I'm praising these officials for a great job. They're trying hard. And now I also got to get I don't have a clue what a flagrant foul is.
Twice you guys thought you had one.
Well, if you go out of your way and hit somebody I'm just speaking hypothetically. I'm not talking about anything that happened in this game. If you go out of the way and hit somebody and, you have a clear path to the rebound, but you veer off to go hit somebody and with an elbow in the back, it just seems like that.
That was the one on Drew.
Well, no, I'm talking hypothetically.
Sorry,
I'm not criticizing any of these great officials. It's a hard game and they're trying so darn hard. So I would never criticize them.
I'm an officiating nerd, coach. When I've never heard of two of the three, that's usually not a good sign coming into the game. I'll just leave it at that for you. But and then the Andrew Meadow play at the end of what is that, first overtime or second overtime as well. That's, again, not asking you to comment, but that's probably a foul 99.9 times out of 100 at any other spot in the game with 2 seconds left there. But what was kind of the talk at halftime? Down 21. I heard someone say just win the first 4 minutes, and you guys just kept slowly clawing back. What can you say about the fight in this team?
It's like I said, I'm so proud of their effort and their, and they're heartbroken, and they gave everything they had for each other, for this team. But we need all of our guys doing that. And we, there's some guys that we need to keep getting better and keep getting tougher. And when we're tough, like we were in that second half, we're really good. And, they were tougher than us in the first half, no doubt. But, I couldn't be prouder of a team, and they're beating themselves up. There's some things that happen in the end of the game that, we've been working on situations and getting better at it. We had the right people in the right place, and, just some tough decisions were made.
Yeah.
And, I don't want these guys to beat themselves up. That's just part of it. That's part of basketball. And I love these guys, and I love the way they compete, and we'll just keep getting better. That's all. That's it.
In that first overtime, Coach, two quick questions. You guys were up 3. The play with R.J. Keene, that's worked for you before. The long pass, was that the read you're hoping for there? Are there options on that play? Or
no, I mean, come on now, BJ. That's not the read you're hoping for.
Well,
that's trolling. Is that the word? Yeah, that is trolling.
I assume that wasn't the first option.
No, it's the check, and if he's wide ass open, and again, that's why I didn't want to talk about it, because Keene, that's why we haven't taken him out. He's usually great at that.
Yeah,
and he knows he's got a timeout. He knows he's faking that, running the baseline and getting it to DA, who just made 2 free throws, and again, it's not his fault.
Oh, there's 50 plays in this game. What about the decision for the no foul? It was kind of a scramble at that point, but then you did not foul and let that play out.
Yeah, and you can't call timeout. They got the ball, but we're yelling foul. It was obviously pretty loud in here, but but again, it all happened so fast. You can't blame those guys. I mean, they just played their hearts out, and we'll just keep getting better at that stuff, and we'll help them more and coach them more on it, and but we had, like I said, I'm just super proud of the guys, the way they battled, and these are hard challenges to overcome when something like this happens, and so we just got to get back, get work done, and just keep getting better at this stuff.
And I guess final thing, you did have Andrew Meadow play 51 minutes. You had Dylan Andrews 47 minutes. I mean, just the laying it all out there. How do you kind of find a way?
I'd like to have AG playing more too, because he was terrific.
That play that tied the game where he found Drew for the pass was so sensational. Yeah. How do you kind of try to put this one behind you, though? Obviously, a lot of big games still coming up.
No doubt. And it's what we do with this that'll really show our character, and it's hard. I know. I mean, it's hard for our staff. It's hard for the players, because they care, and it showed how they care in that second half. But we got guys that'll respond, and we're going to keep fighting, and we're going to keep getting better. And that doesn't make or break a season. It doesn't. It would have been a great win. It would have been a historic win, and so we snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, and then we snatched defeat from the jaws of victory, then we snatch. I mean, just crazy.
Yeah.
And you think nothing less. You'd expect nothing less
in this series, no doubt.
It's unreal. It's unreal.
Well, thanks, Coach. We'll see you for Grand Canyon on Wednesday.
All right.
Appreciate your time. Leon Rice, appreciate him for joining us after the game. Javen Buchanan's going to sit down real quick. I got 3 questions, I was told, so we'll keep it as quick as we can here, as they got to get to Charter. Oh, yeah, flip it over there. There you go. All right, Javen Buchanan, appreciate you, man. You left it all out there tonight. 29 points. You played over 41 minutes. Not the result you would have wanted, man, but what can you say about the change at halftime and how you guys were able to get this game into 3 overtimes?
Yeah, I'm obviously proud of how we fought. Sometimes you just don't win, and that sucks, but just got to move on. And so I just feel like the message at halftime was just fight. No game's over at halftime. I don't care how big the lead is. So just battling was just the main message.
And just the swings and overtimes, just the back and forth, and even regulation, you guys tie it up and even have a chance to win it. Like, how do you just kind of sum up the swings back and forth in this game?
Yeah, I mean, that's basketball at its finest. You can't control the outcomes most of the time, and that sucks. And losing sucks for sure, but we gave ourselves chances to win the game. So that's all you can really do.
I mean, people are probably turning off the TV at halftime, whatever. What can you say about it? I know you touched on it, but just the inability of you guys to just quit and not give up and make them feel that pressure and then just keep it on them there.
Yeah, I mean, it shows a lot about who we are. Obviously, we just got to find ways to close out games. That starts with me just being a better leader. There's a lot of things I can get better at. But yeah, I'm proud of how we fought for sure.
29 points for you. I mean, how did it feel to be a major contributor out there?
Feels good. A lot better if we won, but it felt good.
All right, man. Well, hey, they're giving me the wrap-up signal, so we'll see you for Grand Canyon. Safe travels back, man. Appreciate your time. Javen Buchanan, nice enough to join us here on the post-game show as Boise State falls to San Diego State 110-107 in triple overtime. So they're hurrying out of here, and I think that's going to be our only player tonight that we get a chance to chat with. And so appreciate Coach Rice for coming on, and appreciate Javen Buchanan for coming on as well. Over 2,000 of you watching this right now. So appreciate you guys. 100. Twitter's going crazy. We got YouTube. We got Facebook. So haven't looked at any of the comments yet. I'm sure that I was getting some criticism for not asking the tough questions, whatever. But I did ask about the foul, asked about the play for Keene there. And again, this is a live show here, and we got the answers we got to ask, but also Coach Rice is nice enough to do this here. We're not going to just do nothing but grill him about how they lost this game in triple overtime. But I think that certainly that he mentioned it. There were some calls, some things that they could have done differently, and hoped would have gone differently. As you can tell, it sounds like that was not the first read there. Didn't think it would be. I even said in the on Twitter, somebody said was ripping RJ Keene, or actually they're ripping the play call, and I said, how do you know that was the first read? I'm sure RJ Keene would love that throwback, but you know what? That's worked a couple times this season for him. So it's worked for him in the past, and they, he gave it a shot. It didn't work out. The no foul call there, you heard Coach Rice say they were looking to make a foul call, and they were unable to get guys' attention there. You can't call timeout, as Coach Rice said, when the other team had the ball. They were trying to get guys to foul, and nobody did. And the guy, BJ Davis, made the shot with 0.4 seconds left, and the game goes to triple overtime. So you can look at the bad, you cannot have been a different swing from the first half to the second half. How horrible they looked in the first half, down 19 points at the break, 21 points at the break, 50 to 29. They were down 50 to 29 in the second half, and how about that? They flipped it 50 to 29 in the second half. Pretty crazy. Boise State goes 29-50. San Diego State goes 50-29 to get it to overtime. Then you had 14 points each in the first overtime, 5 points each in the second overtime, and then it was 12-9 was the scoring there. And in the third overtime was 12-9, and that's how they were able to pull this one out. I'm trying to see if we have another clip in here. I've got some different clips and things that happen. Let's see which one this is. This is no foul call, I think, here on yep, that was wow. That's a foul. Looks like probably, I'm going to play it here for Abe Jackson one more time. This is second overtime. Abe, you see here, Andrew Meadow. This is called probably 100 times out of 100. No call there, and the shot misses to go to another overtime. Abe Jackson joining us live here to talk about this one, Abe. And man, we were so close to that Sun Cruiser post-game celebratory Sun Cruiser. 3 overtimes, 110-107. You've played this game at Boise State. You've played it at a very high level. You've called these games for 16 years now?
18
years now. This is my 13th year covering the team. I don't remember a game. I'm going to say this good. I mean, it was a triple. I know Boise State lost the game, but in terms of all the different swings and going to overtime and just how crazy this game was, how great this game was, aside from Boise State fans for the final score, this probably in my 13 years here, maybe I'm prisoner of the moment a little bit, but just the triple overtime by itself, and you throw in how they were down 24 at one point and coming back. I mean, just an incredible game.
Well, just left for dead in the first half. I mean, that was a poor first half. I mean, you had shooting like that against New Mexico, but then your defense stepped up and did really well. I mean, you had 29 points at the end of the first half, and you gave up a ton in shooting, really good shooting percentage as well. So, but for the Broncos to come back, I mean, a huge gut check in this environment and guys to step up, and they can take some things from that. But what you can also take is that for as much time as you play and as much effort as you put into coming back into a game, a lot of it comes down to like one thing. And it could be taking care of the ball. It could be making a free throw. It could be taking a decent look. And in those one things I think at the end of the first overtime, and then also in the third overtime where the Broncos go 0 for 4 and San Diego State goes 4 for 4 to end the game, were key. So you play all that time, but a lot of times it just comes down to one thing that you need to execute perfectly. And when that was needed, the Broncos didn't quite get it done.
Momentum is such a crazy thing. I mean, that second half, Boise State, we've talked about their three-point shooting, and they just couldn't miss there at one point, and they just kept coming and coming and coming. Yeah. What did you see there in the second half as Boise State went from 20-plus down to get this thing into overtime?
Well, they got hot. I mean, that's what it was, right? I mean, you got Javen Buchanan. I think at one point he was, 8 for 8 from the floor, and he was 4 for 4 from 3, I think, and he was just firing. And then Drew Fielder was knocking down some threes. Meadow hit some threes as well. So they got hot from 3. And when you're down trying to get back into a game, I mean, you just want to see progress. And all of a sudden there was some progress, and you look up and you're like, well, they're only down 14. 14's not that bad. And then you look and you're like, well, single digits. Here we go. And then they just kept moving, and they took that momentum over to that first, second, and third overtime.
I'm trying to find a couple of these clips to ask you about them, but what was your take on the play there where let's go to the end of the first overtime first, where Boise State's up 6. They hit the 3 with 10 seconds left. RJ Keene's making the inbounds pass. They steal the ball, and then Leon said they were trying to foul, but they couldn't I guess tell them to foul as the clock's running out. And then they hit the three-pointer with 0.4 seconds left. What'd you make of that whole sequence?
Well, just a bad decision to throw that ball. I mean, it looked like that. I don't mind the play call to have that as an option, right? But you just can't be locked into this is where I'm going and this is where I'm going to throw it. It kind of like with a quarterback that just is staring down a receiver, and you just know that that's where he's going to go no matter what happens. So I don't mind the play call with that being an option, but if it's not there, and it obviously was not there, you just have to get the ball in. I mean, you're up 3 with 10 seconds left. They'll foul. There'll be about 8 seconds left. You make one free throw, and it's a 2-possession game. That possession there was so big.
Yeah, no doubt. And I know Leon was pretty tight-lipped on the officiating with me. I'm not sure what he said to you, but
it wasn't great
on either side. I would say
no. I mean,
when you only have one ref that I've heard of, that's saying something. Everyone gives me crap. Oh, the refs and all this, but there were 2 guys I'd never even heard of, and that's usually not a good sign. And and I will say it's got to be tough to ref a game in this place. I mean, it's a hard enough job to begin with, but when you talk about this atmosphere and the intensity of both coaches and every call, I mean, it can't be easy. But I thought that they had a bad night on both sides.
Agreed. I don't know. I mean, there's both sides. There wasn't a lot of they were the. I feel like the obvious calls got made, but then the ones that were 50-50, I feel they were like 10% on 50-50s. Like, I feel like they got the 50-50 ones wrong.
What'd you think of the Andrew Meadow one? I mean,
he had the ball, and then it kind of knocked out and hit him in the hand, or hit him right in the body and almost knocked him over. I mean, that is, but for me, the one that is kind of questionable is the review on Farrell Compton running into the back of Fielder.
There was 2 of them. That one.
So and then I didn't think that Miles Heide one should have been upgraded. Right. The one on Farrell Compton, the reason I thought so is because 1, it was not a basketball play, and 2, if he was going to crash the boards, there was a straight lane down the key that he could have gotten to the rim.
Yeah.
He ran and purposefully veered off to hit him in the back without him seeing. And so I think that in itself, when you purposefully do something like that, it should be upgraded. That's just what I thought.
So, I mean, do you leave here like negatively thinking about Boise State? Do you leave here thinking heck of a comeback and it was so close?
You don't know yet. Okay. You don't know yet. You're all over the place. You think about it and you think, man, that was a hell of a second half. And then you think about it and you think 3 overtimes. We had chances and chances to put it away, and we didn't get it done. You're going to be up and down emotionally about this one for a bit.
So how do you, as a player, put this behind you? Because a big week, 2 home games next week.
Yeah. Well, you just have to. You have to get out, and the best thing is probably to get home and to get out on the court again, and to start running around and to start working on things. Talk about a different team. Stop talking about San Diego State. Get your mind focused on the right one, because what you can't have happen is just one game balloon into 2 or 3 where you have a bad performance because of what happened here tonight.
Well, they've got a concert tomorrow, and they're trying to kick us out.
Oh, yeah,
of
they're
here pretty
packing up
soon.
here,
So,
the whole building.
If you can ask Bob, or well, I shouldn't say that. I might try to get out of here pretty quickly also, Abe, if maybe tell Bob for them not to kick me out too fast here. But I appreciate you coming on.
Man.
Abe
Yep.
Jackson, thanks, man. We'll do it Wednesday for Grand Canyon. But tough one for Boise State tonight. Again, 110-107, the final. And they're trying to kick us out of here. As I said, they've got a big concert to get to. And Tom Moser has another show to get to, another night in the Mountain West. Certainly he's going to have more reactions on this game, many other games as well. So there's going to be a new YouTube link, another night in the Mountain West. That's going to be starting any second now. And again, apologize we can't go a little bit further, but they literally are waiting to pick my chair up here. They've got a big concert tomorrow night, and they've got to clean this place up. So 110-107, again, 29 points for Javen Buchanan. 16. We got to give our Defensive Player of the Game award today. You had 3 steals for Andrew Meadow. I thought Nato played pretty good defense as well. It didn't give him any steals, but let's give AG Nato. I thought he played some pretty good on-ball defense. We're going to give Nato our Defensive Player of the Game of the award. That is brought to you by our friends at Element Fencing. ElementFencing.com. Check them out for all your fencing needs. We appreciate ElementFencing.com, our Defensive Player of the Game. And also our Offensive Player of the Game, our Matt Bauscher Player of the Game. We're going to give that to Javen Buchanan. 29 points for Javen Buchanan. 29 points, 10 of 13 from the field in 41 minutes. So Javen Buchanan gets our Offensive Player of the Game award. Ridley's Family Markets. Check them out. 13 locations in the state of Idaho at shopridleys.com. Get your Boise State gear at the Blue and Orange Store online, theblueandorangestore.com. And we appreciate the Blue and Orange Store. Signature Roofing as well. Speakpipe.com/BNN. Leave us a voicemail. Signature Roofing, re-roof, repair, estimate, or inspection. You can do that at Signature Roofing, online at mysignatureroofing.com. Transportation Compliance Service, transcompservice.com. They can help you get into the trucking industry every step of the way. Check them out. Transportation Compliance Service. I mentioned Element Fencing, online at elementfencing.com. Bauscher Real Estate, online at bauscherrealestate.com. And, of course, rowpaint.com. We appreciate Andy Rowe and Company, rowpaint.com. Taco Bell, check them out as well, whether it's the crispy chicken strips, all the great options from our friends at Taco Bell. Coming up next, another night in the Mountain West, hosted by Tom Moser. He's going to have full coverage of this game and a busy day in the Mountain West as Boise State in triple overtime again falls 110-107. I'll have full post-game coverage. We'll have a story, all kinds of stuff coming to BroncoNationNews.com. Appreciate your comments. Appreciate everything. And again, sorry they're kicking us out of here. We got to get out here so they can take my chair and get ready for this concert. And Tom Moser will be next. And we'll be live Monday morning on Bronco Nation News Live. Appreciate it. Bronco Nation News. Again, the Jacksons Postgame Show, 110-107. Boise State falls in triple overtime. We'll talk to you guys later. BroncoNationNews.com.